Good morning. Microsoft putting out a warning about Internet Explorer, the software giant urging users of Internet Explorer 9 and earlier versions to protect themselves by deploying a special toolkit from its website. The blog Mashable says anyone using computers running Windows XP, Vista, or 7 risks giving cyber criminals control over their computer and the data in it. Well, meantime, transportation officials are investigating United Continental for stranding 16 flights on tarmacs for more than 3 hours during thunderstorms in July. The airline says its performance was not what customers expect. And demand from plus-size women giving birth to what's being called a new fashion category that retailers like Hot Topics, Torrid, and Lucky Brand are catering to. Plunkett research says the average American woman is a size 14, and 16% of the population wears plus-size clothes. Okay, coming up after this, bad news for McRib fans.
Bloomberg's Business Report is brought to you by Delta. Keep climbing.
Up. A short word that's a tall order. Up your game. Up the ante. And if you stumble, you get back up. Up isn't easy, and we ought to know. We're in the business of up. Every day, Delta flies 250,000 people while investing billions improving everything from booking to baggage claim. We're raising the bar on flying, and tomorrow, we will up it yet again.
A lack of consumer confidence is hurting the U.S. economy. Researchers at the San Francisco Fed say the unemployment rate would be 7% instead of 8 or 9 if consumers felt less doubt about the economy. Well, stocks coming under pressure yesterday on concern about Europe's debt problems and a slowdown in U.S. manufacturing. And bad news for McRib fans. This year, the limited edition pork sandwich won't be available until the second half of December. Ad Age says the elusive McRib was supposed to make an appearance in October and November, but McDonald's changed its plans. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Jane King with the Bloomberg Business Report.
Now, weather on the fours with meteorologist Craig D.
Good morning. It's 7:14. That means it's time to get an update on your forecast for this afternoon. It's still a cloudy morning out there. In fact, Steve, if you can, pull up the tower cam for me here in Little Rock. I know it's not showing much, but it's actually showing the low clouds here. It is just socked in with clouds. You can kind of make out some definition in the cloud cover. This is at the top of the Metropolitan Bank building, so the dry air has not reached Central Arkansas quite yet, but it will later this afternoon. All right, check out the live view this morning here in Fayetteville. They have gotten the dry air. That's the campus of U of A. Temperatures there are in the 50s with a strong north breeze that will continue throughout the afternoon. It's 53 right now at the campus of U of A. It's 63 in Clinton, 68 in Little Rock. As that drier air moves in, it will be accompanied by gusty north winds. They'll die down overnight and then turn back around out of the south for tomorrow afternoon, bringing warm air back, but definitely not the humidity. Yes, the temperatures will warm by the end of the week, but we're not going to get more humid. Drier dew points in the 40s, spreading south and east throughout the afternoon. This is a great forecast. Check it out. Your extended forecast keeps us very fall-like, 70s and 80s in there right through the weekend, and as fall begins again on Saturday, another shot of refreshing Canadian air. That's our latest look at your forecast. Let's check on your traffic here around Central Arkansas. We'll start you off with the Metro map. This morning, no major delays reported. We do have a tree on fire in the median. That's on I-40, the 130-mile marker just before you get to 4:30 this morning. That's the only report out of Central Arkansas traffic. I-30 downtown will take you to some of the major roadways. Looks like Broadway's running slow this morning, including Pike Avenue as you head across the circle there. Under the bridge, the railroad tracks, and back down Broadway. The bridge already backing up this morning, though I-30 itself may be the way to go for the next 30 minutes as traffic across the River Bridge is running smoothly. That's our latest check of weather and traffic. Let's now send it back to Wendy and Matt.
All right, Greg D., thanks so much. Well, if you're trying to lose weight, and who isn't, new research shows one thing is key, and it may not be what you think.
You've lost a few pounds, Matt. I noticed.
Yeah, I bet you have.
All right, we've got more this morning. Healthy living. Jessica, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Well, how much sleep did you get last night? If you're trying to lose weight, the answer to that question is a very important one. Canadian researchers say sleep is an important key to weight loss, along with that healthy diet and exercise. Their studies found both total sleep time and quality of sleep predicted the loss of fat in those enrolled in a weight program. Lack of sleep appears to increase the hormones that regulate appetite, as well as the impulse to consume more food. So not only does sleep make you more restful, it also affects your health and weight, something to think about. Have a great Tuesday, everyone. Guys, back to you.
As I'm stuffing my face with baked goods.
We love guests who bring food. And live shots when they come back and they bring lots of food. That's good. Oh, 7:17 is your time. All right, moving on. Federal safety regulators expand their investigation of an airbag problem with Hyundai Elantras. And that tops our look at your money matters. Back in May, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration said it was taking a closer look at about 123,000 2012 Elantras. This after receiving a complaint that a side airbag inflated in a crash and a metal bracket came with it, cutting a man's ear in half. Well, now the agency has added 2 more model years to the investigation, the 2011 and 2013 Elantras. It has also upgraded the probe to an engineering analysis, which is one step closer to a recall. Hyundai says the problem appears to be isolated.
And from the ground to the air, Southwest Airlines and its subsidiary AirTran are offering up double frequent flyer points for travel booked and completed this fall. Double points with Southwest will require pre-travel registration and will cover flights booked and flown between last Thursday and November 15th. As for AirTran, flights must be booked and traveled by November 14th. And if you want triple points, we'll book and travel an international flight with AirTran during the same time period. And from the skies to America's first national park, visitation is up at Yellowstone National. For the first 8 months of the year, the park recorded 2.7 million recreational visitors. That's 2% more than the same time last year. Visitation in August was slightly down compared to August of last year, but it was still the 3rd highest August visitation ever recorded at the park. And we'll be right back. Stay with us. Time now, 7:19.
You guys act like it's... Pick it up a little bit, okay? Get your chin up. Smile.
That was Arkansas head football coach John L. Smith in the Monday press conference, seemingly over jovial, especially considering what has happened the last 2 weeks, back-to-back devastating losses. So where does the Razorback football program go from here? For that, let's turn to our Adam Alter.
The Razorback football team's awful start has some Hog fans calling for John L. Smith's job.
I don't listen to that crap, you know? I just focus on these guys and trying to do what we can do, what we have control of. So I don't worry about it, you know? It's not going to be the first time, not going to be the last time, and I'm not going to have... say what they want.
Regardless of who's at the helm, Arkansas is 1-2. This team came into the season talking titles, but it must now readjust its goals.
We just have to get back on track with a win. So right now, kind of a readjusting everything is to get better, go to the field this week and get better, eliminate the mistakes, and get a win.
I still think there's a number of things attainable. I feel like we can get back on track, and it starts tomorrow. And I can talk about it all I want, but we got to go do it on the field now.
Not having Tyler Wilson handicaps the Hogs, but the quarterback's still doing his best to make an impact, including a speech to the team Sunday night.
It meant a lot. I could see it in his eyes, you know, how he wanted to really play. That was a good speech he gave last night, and I just feel like we'll be ready to go this week.
One thing we talk about is attitude and effort, and I think we've rubbed that raw, but it's true until we do it.
Wilson acting like a coach as the search for a permanent solution continues.
All right, thank you, Adam. We'll have much more on the Razorback football team tonight at both 6 and 10 right now. Let's head back to you.
Go, Liz Honey. Go, Liz Honey. That, ladies and gentlemen, that's Liz McDaniel, otherwise known as Liz Honey to you. She released a brand new song to boost our sagging spirits of the Razorback faithful after that tough loss to Alabama.
McDaniel urging fans now to stick together and players come together in order to win the rest of the season's games. We haven't seen too many fans who think that'll happen, but it seems Liz Honey to you refuses to give up hope. The ultimate Hogs fan right there.
We're on the move in the other direction is where we need to go.
Move it the other way, guys.
Yeah.
Other way.
But I like this. Stays positive, right, Greg?
Yeah. Can you guess from the music?
Can we get? There we go. All right. There we go.
Oh, now the music stops, of course. All right. Good morning, everybody. Current time is 7:24. We're going to be dancing to some fall weather. How about that? The next couple of days, temperatures falling, humidity levels dropping. Here's your forecast for today. Increasing winds. 78 for your high in Little Rock. We'll take a look at forward live Doppler and tell you how long this nice weather will last coming up in your complete forecast.